it's an audition. This is what I got for my audition, or it's for class, whatever it is. I take it, I've read it, I've studied it, I get it, now I start, okay? So the first thing you do is you go the two conversations. The two conversations are responsibility versus acceptance or love, okay? So Rachel is responsibility over acceptance. I should love and accept my sister, but I'm gonna make her take responsibility. Whereas Kim is acceptance over responsibility. I want her to love me despite the fact that I really do take responsibility. So based on that, I'm able to go, the circumstances is the backstory and the forestory. So we've talked all through the backstory and the forestory. The forestory is super important in this case. Objectives. Rachel's objective is to get Kim to take responsibility. Don't mind my handwriting. And Kim's is to get Rachel to back the fuck off and love you, right? Okay, good. The relationship for Rachel, Kim is the fuck up, alcoholic, irresponsible mess who consistently fucks up my family and has destroyed everything I've loved and believed in. And now, today, she's screwing up my wedding day. For Kim, Rachel is the only last person that matters who I love and who should care and take care of me. And when Rachel blows it with you, breaks you, that forces you to go see your mom. Because Rachel's the only last person left on planet Earth who loves you, and you've blown that one too. Mm-hmm. You get that? Mm-hmm. Only, last, most, worst, best. These are superlative adjectives, and they're very important for actors. Okay? Good. Now, we said Rachel goes from a negative to a positive in Act 1. She wins the scene, right? So she has to go to a positive to a negative in Act 2, and then she has to win Act 3. Whereas Kim, Kim is going to be the opposite. Yeah? And therefore, Rachel's going to win Act 1A, lose Act 1B, win Act 1C, lose Act 2A, win Act 2B, lose Act 2C, win Act 3A, lose Act 3B, and win Act 3C. All scenes are broken down that way. So based on that, I'm able to then go, let's look at the script. Now, beat, they stare at each other. Rachel says, why not? Why wasn't it about me? Why not? The first act is Kim chasing Rachel down on the parking lot, trying to say, can you just relax and love me? And Rachel giving her shit. That's the end of Act 1. So that's Act 1. And then Act 2 is Kim standing up for herself. This is her high point. The way you find Act 2, we know Rachel's going to win the scene. So therefore we know Kim has to win Act 2, because she has to lose Act 1, which she does, win Act 2, and then lose Act 3. So that means in Act 2, Kim, if this is Kim, Kim has her high point. So where's Kim's highest point in the scene? Kim's highest point in the scene is when she says, you're not worthless, you're my sister, I love you guys, I need you guys, but you don't get to sit around for the rest of my life deciding what I'm supposed to do. You weren't there, you were inside my head when I was fucked up, and you're still not there now. You haven't got a clue what I feel. Love and accept me. And that's Act 3. Now, I know that works because, that's okay. I know that works because it all breaks down into perfect threes, just so you know. Would you stop? Don't touch me. Don't think this movie looks good. I never had anorexia. Sure, is that we know that made ew, wait, this isn't funny. I wasn't hurting anybody. No one got hurt. I am Rachel. I am hurt. Why? Rachel, would you stop? Don't touch me. Don't you think this project movie looks good? That's probably right. This speech here will break down into a 3. It works in a perfect 3. And this down here goes 1, 2, 3. Act 2. God, Rachel, you're so... Okay, so to remember, Act 2 is Kim's win. Mm-hmm. Rachel has to lose. This is Rachel. She'll lose, then win, and then she's going to lose. Mm-hmm. If you're Kim, you're going to win, and then lose, and then win. So, God, Rachel, you're so angry. This is starting a negative for Kim. Well, apparently you have a whole history of sexual molestation. Jesus, it was such a long time ago, right? Were you sexually molested? No. Then why would you say something like that? It was anonymous. I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Kim's like, I don't know, fucking relax, right? Mm-hmm. So Kim wins that. So that's Act 2A. Rachel, after Ethan died, I wanted you to get better or just die. Nice, Rachel, thank you. And you were lying and didn't give a shit about the rest of us. Recovery can't work if you lie. You know that. I was worthless to you. Well, I meant nothing to you. That's Rachel's win. So that's B. and then Kim has her monologue, and that's C. So Act 2, A, B, C. Kim wins, Kim loses, Kim wins. Is everyone following this, or?
Yeah.
Kim loses Act 1. She loses, wins, and loses Act 1. She then wins, loses, and wins Act 2, and then she loses, wins, and then loses Act 3, which, by the way, is this. Rachel A, Kim B, Rachel C, right? Now, let's look at just Act 2A. Act 2A is Kim's win. So Kim has to win, lose, and win Act 2A, which would be Act 2A, 1, 2, and 3. Act 2A, 1, Kim. God, Rachel, you're so angry. Well, apparently, well, history is sexual molestation. Jesus Christ, it was a long time ago. Were you sexually molested? No, then why would you say something like that? It was anonymous. I don't know. There's the 1, 2, and 3. And if you really want to get into it, which you should, Act 2A, 1, what do you want to call it? Prime, Kim, double prime, Rachel, Kim, triple prime. Rachel, prime, Kim, double prime, Rachel, triple prime. It goes Kim, Rachel, Kim, Rachel, Kim, Rachel, Kim. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if you really want to take a look at something that's really cool, if Ms. Lamette had written, it was anonymous, it seemed like a good idea at the time, it would be in 2. And yet it's Act 2A, 3. She has to have a little win, lost win. So she goes, it was anonymous. I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And she gives her a positive, negative, positive in the one line. So it follows the construction. That's why the I don't know is in there. That's why sometimes when you're memorizing your auditions, you just go, God, it's so easy to, this, like I had a 9-page audition and I memorized it like in an hour. It was so easy. It's because the writer's writing in the rhythms of life. And then you get a 2-page audition and you're like, I cannot get this in my head. That's because it's not written in the right rhythms. You have to go break it into human rhythm for you to memorize it. Okay, now watch this. Ready? Well, you want to see something fun? All right. We're just going to look at Act 2A, 2. Were you sexually molested? No. Then why would you say something like that? Now, Act 2A2 is Rachel's win, right? Because if you look at all you understand, Act 2A, Rachel loses. So she loses Act 2A, she wins Act 2B, she loses Act 2C, right? This is Act 2A, she loses. Act 2A1, she loses. Act 2A2, she wins. Act 2A3, she loses. So she wins this, Rachel. So Rachel goes positive, negative, positive, and she wins. Yeah? Were you sexually molested? No. Then why'd you say something like that? Rachel has to win that, right? Good. Now we're just gonna look at that section. Were you sexually molested? Question mark. Because it's Act 2A2 prime, we know that Rachel wins. We know that that's actually not a question. She's setting it up. Set her up and then put her in her place. Or bait the witness, slam the book at her. You got it?
Then why is she losing when I say no if that's exactly what she wants?
Because Kim thinks she won. She set her up, but Kim goes, no! So Kim's whole thing, right? Your objective, your action in that line is to take the piss out of her seriousness. To relax her, to make a joke out of it. No! And then you go, I don't know, it was anonymous. I don't know. It's only a good idea at the time. Jesus. She's making light of it.